Russian figure skater Elisa Divoglazova will not participate in the Russian Junior Figure Skating Championship, RIA Novosti Sport reports, citing a source close to the situation. According to the source, the 14-year-old figure skater will miss the competition due to a knee injury. Divoglazova has not yet resumed full training. The young athlete is a mentee of Eteri Tutberidze. We shall remind that Russian Junior Figure Skating Championship 2023 will take place on February 15–17 in Perm. Earlier it became known that the USSR merited coach in figure skating Tatiana Tarasova will not comment on the upcoming tournament. Earlier, Tarasova acted as a commentator at the First Channel Figure Skating Cup, which was held on January 21 and 22 in Moscow. According to the results of the short program at the Four Continents Championship 2023, South Korea and the USA took the lead. All 6 athletes showed a decent role in Colorado Springs and entered the strongest warm-up for the free program. The Japanese skaters who came in second fell a little behind, but some of the skaters could cut the gap by performing Ultra C elements and move up. Unfortunately, Hana Yoshida could not make up for the defeat in the short skating. Once again, she failed a triple axel, a twist and a bad fall. At the end of the program Hana began to undercorrect almost all of her jumps. Apparently, she had no strength left for the second half. The 17-year-old Japanese player should be praised for her interesting performance. For her free skating she chose the soundtracks from Star Wars and seamlessly blended into the character of Princess Leia. As for the 20-year-old Rinka Watanabe, she did the tricks even in pre-crunch. But she made a fatal error almost immediately, making only one turn on the Lutz. As it turned out later, that mistake cost her the WCF medal. Watanabe had a very beautiful kimono dress, a favorite theme of Japanese women. Rinka fought for every element, but still managed after the butterfly. Though it was a shame for Lutz. The skater got 134,90 points for free skating and climbed up, but only to the 5th line. Monet Chiba is the youngest of 3 Japanese skaters. The 16-year-old trains in Sendai, Yuzuru Hanyu's hometown, so she knew the future Olympic champion from an early age. What I find most amazing about Hanyu is his mental strength to deliver great performances. My condition is still influenced by the tournament and the venue, and I want to learn to give it my all at any competition and in any place like Hanyu. I really respect him with all my heart. And I work hard every day to follow in his footsteps, Chiba said before the 2022 Olympics. Fortunately, the figure skater's labors have paid off. So far she has not mastered the difficult jumps of her older friends, but she is confident and elegant in all 3 pieces and 3-to-3 stunts. Her near-perfect roll earned her a new personal best of 137.70 points. A total of 204.98 for the 2 programs, and a bronze medal at her first major adult tournament. Only 5 skaters took to the ice during the 6-minute warm-up. Isabeau Levito, who was in second place after the short program, was absent among the top athletes. The withdrawal was not announced in advance, so the announcer announced Levito along with everyone else. However, Isabeau didn't show up for the 6-minute mark either. Amber Glenn, leaving the ice, wondered, "What's going on?" A little later, the American Federation confirmed on social networks that Levito will not perform in the free program. The official reason for the withdrawal was feeling unwell. Most likely, something happened almost before the performance, because earlier the girl was shown during the warm-up in the gym. Without Isabeau, all U.S. medal hopes are dashed. Brady Tennell and Amber Glenn didn't do well with their content at home CCC. Glenn took a chance on a triple axel and failed, landing on 2 legs due to an undercurve. And then she fell apart completely. Instead of a 3-to-3 cascade of flip and toe loop only 3-to-2, a drop on the flip, there was no third cascade at all. Tennell made only a butterfly on a flip, but 4 undercuts seriously lowered her technical score. However, Brady was just recovering from a serious injury, so a fall-free skate is indeed progress. She plans to be ready for the World Championships in France. The Korean skaters made as few mistakes as possible. Chaeyoung Kim did not do a triple flip this time. She made a step out on one of them, and on the second one she fell down and missed a cascade. She's in her first sophomore season and she's already doing well in terms of her components. 131 points in the free skating, and she got 4th place in the final set. Hyun Lee had to move up from 6th place. The Korean went through absolutely all the elements of the Phantom of the Opera under the powerful Phantom of the Opera, not giving a chance to find fault with the technical panel. Until the very end of the program, Lee was fully immersed in the image, not forgetting the work of the hands and body. A score of 141.71 is a serious claim to victory. Yerim Kim finished her free skating program in the women's singles. She had the gold medal in her hands. After the short program, she had the advantage over Hyun about 4 points. If she was clear, the victory was yours. But at the very end of the program, Kim decided to open early on the salcho, 1.5 turns instead of the planned 3. The last element buried Yerim's chances for gold. 136.45, a disappointing silver. And Hyun Lee takes home her first win since Kim Yoon-ah in 2009. In Isabo's absence, the Americans could not oppose the Asians. And it wasn't even because of the Ultra C. As it turned out, the key to success is a clean and stable skating. If the Korean skaters have a triple axel, which is very rare, the Japanese team has many skaters who try to do it. But the example of Mona Chiba shows that it is still possible to win medals without it. On February 11, 2022, Russia's most notorious doping history of recent years began. During the Beijing Olympics, it was announced that skater Kamila Valieva tested positive. They found trimetazidine in her system. And that means that there are an unthinkable number of questions for the world's best figure skater of that season. What has happened in Valieva's doping case over the past year, and why is there still no point in this investigation? The case is still ongoing, but perhaps the main reason the investigation is taking so long is probably the investigators. After the Olympics, the case was transferred to RUSADA. The Russian anti-doping agency took quite a long and detailed look at the Valieva case. And only in January 2023, after a lot of pushing from WADA, that they needed to hurry up, an acquittal verdict in favor of the figure skater was rendered. On January 13, 2023, it seemed that the point in the case was reached. But it wasn't. All international organizations decided to go to court again in the case of Valieva.